Picture it before you paint it. Download the free Dulux Visualizer app and see how your room will look in any color you choose. Dulux, let's color.
There is something charming about a home filled with an ethnic feel. Verity, owner of Verity Design, has a talent for mixing modern designs with cultural pieces to create a home that's warm and soulful.
Verity Design offers a turnkey solution from corporate to residential to retail. We enjoy handling absolutely any project that comes our way, and we've done nightclubs and high-end hotels in Angola to coffee shops, retail coffee shops here. So we enjoy taking on absolutely anything that comes our way. My design philosophy is that whatever project it may be it a corporate, a brand or an individual, it really needs to reflect the personality of the person, their character. This particular client of mine started off in the events industry too and approached me when they bought this beautiful space. And we had an interesting mix of things because the house has got quite a lot of classic design features like wrought iron work on the staircase, but they love African style. But at the same time, they didn't want traditional African, they wanted just elements of and an overall feeling of elegance and style. We used quite a dark color on this wall because it's quite a large entrance space and it can look very empty and cavernous. Whereas if you put a dark color on the wall, it immediately it acts like a wallpaper, it fills the space. And then there's very little need to put lots of things on the wall to make it look like it's decorated. And particularly in the entrance hall here, we've used a pen technique just to give it a little bit of texture. They used a sort of a matte suede paint. You use two shades of the same color, a darker and a lighter, and then you just sort of mix it with cross-hatching. It's possible to do yourself, but I'd recommend getting a professional to do it for you. The actual style of the furniture that I've used is very classic contemporary, but then we've brought in geometric patterns, a couple of African artifacts, and then also the use of the particular colors. We've gone for golds, earth tones, beiges, blacks. So there's that wonderful dramatic Afro-chic feel. This particular lounge is relatively masculine. They wanted that elegant, slightly masculine earth tone feel, but they also wanted it to look luxurious. So I did that by using velvets, using reflective surfaces like glass, beautiful textured rug as well. It was really important to have something that offered a really good contrast, because if you're doing dark walls, then you must use something lighter on top of it to make it pop and just lift it. Because dark walls are a wonderful background, it's a wonderful base, but then it's important to use something lighter or something shiny so that it just lifts it, so that it doesn't feel too heavy and somber. And I chose to do a much darker wallpaper with a beautiful texture that really contrasts against the leather. With the choice of wallpaper, the one behind the TV has got quite a sparkle to it. It's a little bit of a metallic, and that shows up really beautiful in lighting. Then I've used fabrics like velvets, heavy woven patterns, thick, luxurious rug and glass, which always gives beautiful reflective feel. So bling without the bling. The design brief for this room was completely different to the rest of the house. Downstairs, while we have a more masculine feel, more dramatic, upstairs they really wanted something a bit more feminine that was very reflective of the wife's style and color choice. They wanted something really romantic, really, really luxurious, somewhere where they could feel like they were in a 5-star hotel. I used a beautiful reflective wallpaper as a feature wall at the back of the bed. The feature wall has two colors, a darker one and then a more metallic shiny one. So with the rest of the walls, we've gone with a color that is closer to the lighter to create that peaceful, restful atmosphere. If we wanted something more dramatic, we would have gone with the darker one, but that's what we've done with the rest of the house. So that sets the tone for the rest of the room, where we've used velvet, beveled mirror, used metallic silk, all these beautiful fabrics that give an understated, beautiful sense of glamour and style.
Verity Maud has managed to strike the perfect balance between a feminine and masculine feel throughout the home. By maintaining a neutral palette, she is able to make the space feel luxurious with the use of metallics, velvets and reflective surfaces. Consider incorporating a few decorative African artifacts, which will bring character to your luxurious space. To add visual interest to your minimalist-styled room, try the cross-hatching technique. Your lightest paint color will serve as your base coat, then use a shade that is 3 tones darker for hatching. Your favorite lighter shade mid-sheen finish of Dulux Luxurious Silk can serve as your base coat when you combine your darker shade together with scumble glaze and water to serve as your glaze coat. That will allow you to create various effects and textures on your wall. Thanks to the Dulux Visualizer app, it's now easier to find the right paint product for your interiors. Discover the various paint products best suited for the different functions in a home, from painting furniture pieces to ceilings. It'll give you the information about the specific paint, as well as a list of benefits and tips. You can also explore the color palettes the paint comes in. Finding your Dulux paint product has never been so easy.
Picture it before you paint it. Download the free Dulux Visualizer app and see how your room will look in any color you choose. Dulux, let's color.